Google is doing some serious work with NotebookLM, something we should know. It has honestly changed the way we handle our daily workloads. In our previous videos, we demonstrated the true potential of NotebookLM. Instead of just being another place to store notes, it has become a full-scale content system that stays strictly grounded in the sources we provide. Today, we are going to walk you through 7 unique ways we use this tool to turn messy data into professional results. Let's talk about that feeling of having a high-stakes strategy presentation due tomorrow while 30 different industry reports are sitting on your desk. We simply do not have the time to read every single page, so we let NotebookLM handle the heavy lifting through its deep research function. We start by creating a new notebook and uploading our sources. Once the AI generates a comprehensive report with citations, we move over to the Studio panel. The trick we use is creating a specific note called a slide deck specification. In this note, we define our audience, the slide count, and the overall style we want. When we click the slide deck option, we paste those instructions in. The system then uses the Imagen model to build a deck that is not just a summary, but a visual story. It follows our color schemes and structure perfectly, giving us a professional foundation that we can refine in minutes rather than hours. Moving forward from that initial research, we often find ourselves managing complex projects where the information is scattered across emails, transcripts, and spreadsheets. This is where we turn NotebookLM into a custom expert tailored specifically for our brand. We upload everything from client call transcripts to project scope documents directly into the source panel. Before we start asking questions, we configure a custom persona for the notebook. We might tell the AI to act as a senior growth strategist who prioritizes actionable steps and identifies potential risks. Once that persona is set, the AI starts looking at our data through that specific lens. We can ask it to generate a project overview or a risk assessment report. What makes this so efficient for us is the one-click export to Google Docs. It allows us to take the AI's synthesis and immediately share it with our team in a formal format. It essentially acts as a project manager that has read every single word of every document we own. Following that same logic of professional output, we have found a way to make our project data look as good as it reads. We are talking about creating branded infographics using our own unique assets. Usually AI art feels a bit generic, but NotebookLM allows us to upload our own brand characters or visual elements as sources. For example, if we are working on a marketing campaign for a home organization company, we upload our brand mascot as an image source. When we prompt the studio to create an infographic, we tell it to use that specific character throughout the design. We can choose between different layouts, like a whiteboard marker style or a clean grid, and specify the orientation for different social platforms. The AI pulls the actual data from our text sources and wraps it in our visual branding. This helps us maintain a consistent look across our materials without having to go back to a graphic designer for every single social media tip or project update we want to post. In addition to creating visuals, we also use this tool to keep ourselves sharp and educated without having to sit behind a screen all day. We use the podcast-style audio overview to turn our research into something we can listen to. When we have a list of new marketing trends to catch up on, we gather URLs from a search tool like Perplexity to ensure we have the most current information. We bulk upload those links into a notebook and then head to the audio section. We don't just take the default settings, we customize the audio by choosing a deep dive or a critique format. We can even tell the AI hosts who their target audience is and what specific topics they should focus on. Once it generates, we have a high-quality conversation between 2 AI hosts that we can listen to on the mobile app. It turns a workout or a commute into a productive learning session.
But the how of that prioritization is exactly what concerns me.
If we hear something interesting, we can even jump into the interactive mode and ask the hosts a question in real time, and they'll answer strictly based on the sources we provided. Beyond our own personal learning, we have discovered that we can build entire training packages for our team within a single notebook. Imagine we need to train a new group on a specific software or a set of internal protocols. We upload all the relevant documentation and ask the AI to design a multi-part workshop outline. Once we have that structure saved as a note, we start generating the individual assets. We use the video overview tool to create explainer videos for each module, describing the exact visual style we want. We then use the lesson outline to generate matching slide decks for the presenter. To make sure the training actually sticks, we use the quiz icon to create functional assessments. By keeping everything in one notebook, we ensure that the video script, the slides, and the quiz questions all pull from the same accurate source material. It creates a cohesive experience that used to take weeks to put together manually. Changing gears slightly, we also rely heavily on this tool for our competitive research and market analysis. As marketers, we spend a lot of time digging through competitor websites to see how they're positioning themselves. To speed this up, we use Gemini to identify the niche and give us their URLs. We take that list and bulk import it into NotebookLM. Instead of reading every site, we use the data table output. We tell the AI exactly what columns we need, such as the tool name, their primary headline, the target audience, and their main value proposition. In less than a minute, the AI scans all 20 sources and builds a structured table for us. The best part is that we can export this table directly to Google Sheets. This gives us a database we can actually filter and analyze with our team. We can even re-import that finished sheet back into the notebook to generate a comparative landscape infographic, allowing us to see market gaps and opportunities at a single glance. Finally, we have to talk about how we take everything we have built and bring it to life using the integration between NotebookLM and Gemini. We like to think of NotebookLM as our second brain where all the facts and truths live, while Gemini is the builder that gives those facts a body. We can actually import an entire notebook into the Gemini web app. By turning on the Canvas mode, we can ask Gemini to take all the research, videos, and infographics we have created and turn them into a fully functional interactive landing page. We have used this to build educational sites about complex topics where the user can click through flipping cards, take self-assessments, or interact with a chatbot widget that only knows what's in our notebook. Gemini is incredibly good at the front-end design, adding subtle animations and professional layouts that match the aesthetic of our topic. This workflow allows us to go from raw research to a shareable, interactive digital product in a fraction of the time it would take to build it from scratch. We hope these 7 use cases give you a clear idea of just how powerful Google NotebookLM has become. It's no longer just a place for researchers or students, it's a vital tool for anyone who needs to process large amounts of data and turn it into something useful. We encourage you to start small. Take a project you're working on right now, upload your sources, and see what the AI can help you build. If you found this walkthrough helpful, please let us know. We're always looking for new ways to push these tools to their limits. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next one.